Toto Wolff, thanks for being with us. How did you write this unbelievable success story with Mercedes this season?
Thank you for having me, first of all. It's not down to one person to write any success history. It's about the team working together. And this started a long time ago, many years ago, when we started to build the first pillars of the team, and eventually the right people joined up on the journey. We were given the right resources by Daimler. We have the best drivers and a very good engine, and we were given the necessary time. And this is after all those years. Finally, in 2014, we've managed to come out on top. We've done that again in 2015, and now it's about maintaining the success.
Sometimes it's not easy to take the time in sports, especially when it comes down to racing. But also Nico Rosberg took his time. Did you expect him to win the first 3 races this season?
He was very good at the end of last season. He won the last 3 races and had a real momentum behind him. And it seems that he's carried that over the winter. And he's won the first 3 now in an exceptional way. He's leading the championship. But having said that, it's very early days. It's 18 races to go. And it's about maintaining the momentum, and scoring points is the main objective at the moment, and not looking at the championship yet.
And how does Lewis Hamilton deal with that?
He does okay. He's of course a very competitive sports person, and none of them likes losing. But he knows that the season is very long, and his spirits are still up. Obviously, in the aftermath of a negative Grand Prix weekend like we had now in China, it's not easy for him, but no doubt that he's going to come back very strong next race.
You started speaking about the whole team. So when it comes down to precision, how precise has a Formula One team to work to become champions?
Very precise is the answer. What we do is based on data, and without a scientific approach, without the precise research, development and delivery on track, we wouldn't be able to achieve any success.
So if your engine would work like a Swiss watch, would you be unbeatable?
Well, we have Swiss watches since a while in the partnership with IWC, and we kind of got inspired by it, so we're trying to be as precise as a Swiss watch.
You have the best engines in the last 2 years, so how difficult is it to be even better than 100% when you reach the 100% already?
We are trying to achieve a 100% mechanical reliability. That's the metrics we are working on, and this is like a Swiss watch. But obviously it's a mechanical sport, and you're trying to push the limits and the boundaries, and eventually when you push those limits, it's going to fail. And this is the situation we had most recently. We have an engine that is really brilliant. The job our engineers have delivered and the product they have brought onto the track, but sometimes pushing those limits is going to show you where it ends. And nevertheless, I would say at the moment we're still the benchmark.
Competitors are always good for the competition, so what kind of role is Ferrari going to play this season?
In Formula One, it's all about competition. Of course, we would like to win every single race and every single championship, but that would make the whole sport boring and eventually would make us complacent. We need a strong platform. We need an enemy and a competitor like Ferrari. They are a great brand. We enjoy to compete against them. We enjoy beating them, but equally we enjoy being challenged by them. And because of the sheer nature of the sport, you can't always win. The day is going to come where we are going to lose, and then it's about how you manage that, how you get out of it, and eventually how you come back to success. But knock on wood, is there any wood here? They haven't beaten us yet.
You were speaking about enemies. When it comes down to the factor time in Formula One, is it your friend or is it your enemy?
Time is our friend, and this is why I love the sport so much, because the lap time, the stopwatch, never lies. It tells you whether you are good enough or not. And this is why time is always our friend.
In your everyday life, how are you getting along with your time pressure moments?
It is a constant challenge because of the substantial traveling we do. We have 21 races this year. Besides that, a regular office job, and DTM is another very major pillar, so another couple of DTM races. Time management is key. If you are not on top of your schedule, eventually you're going to fail. For me personally, it's a constant struggle and constant pressure, and try to stay on top.
Yeah, everybody is telling that. So are you the, well, let's have one more coffee type of guy, or are you always on time?
In my personal objectives every year is to be always on time. Unfortunately, to my great annoyance, I failed. Because I'd like to finish things properly, and I like to concentrate on things properly, and therefore sometimes, because before business isn't finished or discussion isn't finished, I don't like to leave the table. And this is, you know, every day it's making me run after the time, but I'm working on it.
You are married to a female race driver, or ex-race driver. Who's the pacemaker then in your relationship?
We are each other's pacemakers in various areas of our life. Either she gives the pace, or I give the pace. In the car, it's definitely her.
Okay, last question. What is the best advice you've ever received and ever gave?
The best advice? I've had a very good advice from Bernie Ecclestone, and that advice is, don't get mad, get even. I like that one. And the best advice I've given, I think you need to be skeptical about yourself and be honest about your own, around your own achievements. Not get carried away. If it's running good, don't beat yourself down too much if it's not running good, but concentrate on how to get out of it.
10 short questions for Toto Wolff. Car or bike?
Car.
Hamilton or Rosberg?
Both.
Old timer or brand new car?
Brand new car. I live in the present.
Formula 1 or Formula E?
Formula 1.
Beach or wellness?
Beach.
Most underrated car in the world?
Pooh. I don't know.
You have some seconds to think about it. What was your favorite job when you were a child? What did you want to become?
I wanted to be a pilot.
A talent you would like to have?
Being punctual.
Best travel advice?
Be on time.
Favorite souvenir from the trip?
I'm not into souvenirs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Toto Wolff.